Hi guys, today I want to talk about how we grow citrus here and how to care about the trees, including the irrigation and the fertilization. Here we sit on rocks on top of a hill, and what we had to do is bring a lot of mulch. This is what I'm talking about. We had to bring truckloads of mulch and plant the tree directly into them. They're doing okay, even though there's hardly any topsoil. Okay, so as I said, the trees are growing into mulch, and what's really important is the irrigation. What we've been using here is drip irrigation, and it's a line that is pressure compensated, and it delivers 3 liters of water per hour at every single of these holes, and I think there's a hole every 20 centimeters. So the system is pretty simple and pretty basic. We basically just connect the line to a normal garden hose, and sometimes if you want you can use a pressure compensator, a pressure reducer, but it really depends if you've got too much pressure or not with your tap. So here, as you can see, there is a drip at every 30 centimeters, and it's about a foot. And as I mentioned before, we're going to receive 3 liters of water per hour. It works pretty well. Okay, this is a citrus tree that I planted just a few months ago, and as you can see, it's a grapefruit called Rio Red, and I think that's a new variety from Texas. Yeah, the tree is doing all right. Here we also would like to show you the kind of native plants we have here. This is called a grass tree. Some people also call it a black boy, but nowadays that's not that political correct. Here we're going to move to a Washington navel tree that I had to transplant, so it's just recovering. Here we've got another grapefruit, and that's another, I think it's another Rio Red variety. Here we've got, I think it's mandarins, and as you can see we've got some tiny baby fruit on it. The fruit here will be ready next winter. Usually we get mandarins in June or July. The next one is I think it's another orange tree. I can't really remember which variety it is. It might be a Valencia. And as you can see, there's quite a few fruit on it. And Sky, if you want to show the kind of soil we've got, again, that's the mulch. Just showing that the drip irrigation and a little bit of fertilizer make it work without too much problem. This is another, I think it's a clementine, this one, which is a mandarin without many pips. And here, as you can see on this tree, we have a little bit of scales. Sky, if you can zoom on that, that's yeah, a little bit of scale, insects, and this one's got a bit more, so I probably will need to spray it with some oil to try to get rid of the scales. Here we've got another tree that I planted not long ago, and that's a lemon, and this is a variety called Lisbon. Yeah, so it's doing okay. And here we've got again something that I planted really recently, just a few weeks ago, and that's a Tangelo, and the variety is Mineola. Okay, so this is another grapefruit variety. That's not a Rio Red. I think it's called Flame variety. It's a bit more pink and not as sweet as the Rio Red. And I planted this one, I think, 4 years ago when we built the house. And as you can see, it's just loaded with fruit. Again, the fruit is a little bit small because we won't be able to harvest them until usually late September, early October. So we still have quite a bit of growth season to go through, but so far it's looking really good. With regard to the fertilizer I use on my citrus tree, I usually like to use a lot of organic manure, such as the sheep manure, but also a lot of chicken manure. We have 4 chickens here, but that's not enough for all the tree we have. So we usually get bags or bring some trailers full of manure, but we also use normal fertilizer. And here, as you can see, we've got a bag of potassium sulfate. I think it's 25 kilo bag of it, so got plenty here. And here we've got some DAP, and that's to bring the nitrogen and the phosphorus. As you can see, we've got 18% nitrogen and 20% phosphorus, and this is 41% potassium, so we've got our NPK. And with regard to trace element, I like to use on my citrus the Epsom salt, and it's basically brings some magnesium to the soil. I also need to bring some zinc, and here we've got some zinc sulfate and also some manganese. That's the three main elements that the citrus tree needs to thrive.